Oh my God, she left me hanging. Are you serious? You heifer, you left me hanging. Where are you at? Hey guys, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well. I see you, Brooke. I see you, DC. Brother, I hope you're living it up, man. Live it up. Hey, Mickey, there she is.
Sorry.
Hey, Mickey, how you doing, honey? Scoop Dog. Good to have you here, brother. Good to have you here.
He's overseas, so it must be early over there.
It must be. It must be. Um, Tonight we're going to do things a little bit different. As you notice, we're changing up our intro, and that's for a reason. What did he say? Hold on. All right, there we go.
It's midnight 33. Yeah.
Wow.
Thanks for being here in your wee morning of the night.
Exactly. It's good to see Scoop Dog. Hey, me and Scoop Dog used to get along on Fetty's channel a lot. Just being honest.
And Hoods. Sorry, guys. I went out celebrating my aunt's birthday and my cousin's birthday.
Tequila makes her clothes.
And I had a margarita, and then my favoriteest waitress in Montgomery decided that it was time to take shots. But my aunt's not a drinker, so I had the tequila shot. But yeah, I'm sorry. I was reading the chat.
Man. Hey, I will let him know.
There's a lot of people having that issue. When he had trolls coming in, there was
some of those trolls had freaking power.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're doing things a little bit different, guys. Tonight we have a guest coming up to talk about, along with our what we come to talk about. We have a guest. So everybody please welcome Deplorable Patriot.
Hey everyone. You hear me okay?
Hey brother, how you doing?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Fix that microphone.
I can hear him.
I can't.
I have headphones on.
You're gonna make me put my headphones on.
I can hear him though.
But see. Okay.
Now can you hear me?
Yes.
See, it was you, not me.
I don't like putting my headphones on. I like keeping them right there where I can hear everything. But anyway, it's no big deal. Everybody, welcome Deplorable Patriot. And
before we get started, we can't forget the prayer list.
Exactly. Starting off with the prayer list. Let's everybody please keep a mind of her own and her family in your thoughts and prayers.
Nick's dad.
Nick's
dad. The same situation. Let's also keep the Peters family. There was a tragedy that happened in the family, and they need thoughts and prayers.
Yes.
I'm not going to go into depth on that, but those that know.
Love you, Ain't Roxy. Give me a second. I gotta fix this.
Let's keep Kat in our thoughts and prayers with the situation she's going through currently.
Yes.
That's personal.
Boats and Hose.
Yes. His grandson was finally released from the hospital. That's good news, but still we need to.
Good news. Boats and Hose actually found out some issues with himself that I will not accept. Just saying. So let's Let's keep Boats and Hose himself.
AC, yes, we'll add that. AC's neighbor.
So Boats and Hose, let's get him in our prayers. AC's neighbor, let's get him in our prayers. Christina, we got to keep Christina in her. She's always having
migraines,
and let's
the
keep her
Martinez's,
yes.
His neighbor's last name is Infinger, so the Infinger family.
Yes, there you go.
If anyone else has one, please drop it in the comment section, and when we get to it, we will make that announcement. I can't think of any at the moment other than that. And if I'm not remembering something, please forgive me.
Give me a second. I'm going to make myself look like Eddie Munster. You were thinking that, you fucker.
I love you.
Come here.
You can always do your hair like mine.
Be careful. Love you.
Oh, that's sweet.
Well, she's going after our daughter that has been with her boyfriend. Yeah, I'm not going for that too well.
Oh.
Just saying. I'll let it go, but I don't like it too much. He is a good kid, though, guys. I gotta give the boy credit. He is a good kid.
That's a plus.
So, with that being said, I know we don't have our full house tonight, but we do have 8 people watching.
Kat did send us a text saying that she is wore out from her day's activities.
Yes.
And so she won't be in the chat, but let's keep her in our thoughts and prayers just for her situation.
Exactly. Today was a bad day for Sister Kat. Please, everybody, keep her in your prayers. So
I can't think of any more.
Right.
So well, I guess, are we ready?
Yeah, let's get it on. Let's tell everybody what they're missing. What are they missing? What are they missing? What is the population missing?
Information.
A lot.
And why are they missing this?
Because they're sleeping.
Hillbilly.
Yep.
This is for you.
Who's the soldier behind?
You gonna get him emotional? It's a good story though, Scoop.
This is my father-in-law. He served in Vietnam. Of course, everybody knows I'm going to get emotional. Served in Vietnam. Fell into a pogo pit. Survived. Was given the opportunity to go home on a medical discharge. Volunteered to go back. Went back. Fought his ass off. Came home. Only to find out that he was dying of Agent Orange. This is Sergeant First Class Ronald Edward Glavish. That's who's behind me. A better man than most nowadays. Damn it, Scoop Dog, you fucker.
You're good.
No, I don't like doing that, though. It is what it is. So.
What are we missing?
What are we missing? What are you looking at? What do you see? What do you not see? What are we missing, people? Most of us are blind as hell. Most of us don't have a clue what the fuck is going on. Why? Because we're not looking.
We're not talking about y'all.
We're
We know
talking
y'all.
about
We know y'all see it. We're talking about those that we're trying to make aware
yes.
that happen to be watching.
Yes. Yes.
Because they get all the news.
Oh, no. Actually, I got to give my brother Backyard some props here. We're missing truth. Where's it at, people? Are you looking for the truth?
It's being deceived.
Oh,
Not on
well,
the
if,
news.
go ahead, brother.
I just said definitely not on the news.
Well, there you go. If you're just wanting to sit there and watch the news for everything that you're coming up with, well, there you go. If you're that you're coming up with, who is doing this to me? Who's doing it? Ain't me.
Doing what?
I heard it. I don't know what happened.
I don't like hearing my own voice, guys. Y'all know that, right?
Amy, I got
Please.
fun.
Please. It wasn't me, Taylor.
That's right, dedicated though. You can't rely on others. We can help move you in a direction, but when it comes to other sources, you have to go out and look for your own research, look for your own truth. You have people that's on the left that thinks their opinion is truth, but opinion and truth are two separate different things. Truth is something that can be absolutely found with no argumentative evidence disputing it.
It can be backed up.
An opinion is something that you believe in, but can be proven wrong. And that's the problem with the left, is they think opinion is truth.
Like my opinion is Joe Biden is a pedophile. My opinion is Hunter Biden is a well, there's a bunch of those. I just don't want to say them. Oh my God, I need to shut my mouth before I get in trouble.
Okay, with all that being said, tonight we're going to be talking about the empty shelves and planned food shortages coming through the supply chain.
Miss Hillbilly did do as you requested. And we've got some empty shelves. So,
okay.
Unfortunately, guys, Hillbilly does not do the grocery shopping. Miss Hillbilly does the grocery shopping. And, well.
And if you want to get technical, we're not the only ones going through this. I heard Scoop is in the UK. I heard the UK is having a hard time right now.
I've heard the same thing.
And if you have anything, Scoop, that you want to share in the chat to give an insight from what you see compared to what we see, please do so.
Hey, DC Irish, man, glad to have you, brother. You be careful. Love you. Absolutely. Scoop Dog, man, if you want to speak up about what's going on over there in the UK, hey, you're more than welcome. So, and Biden's patting himself on the back saying how well he's doing. If you really want to call that patting himself on the back, I mean, hell, I don't think he knows where his back's at. He's smacking himself in the head. But yeah, I get what you're saying. So let's get into the topic at hand. Yeah, let's get into the topic at hand.
Okay, hold on.
Hey there, little Red Riding Hood. I know you're going to be up here shortly. I will get the fire going for you. Just saying.
This is by Food Collapse on August 27th. And this has been happening for a while now. A lot of people's just now noticing because it's gotten so drastic, but this has been going on for months.
And it started out in the big cities.
Yes. The title of this, Collapse Imminent.
Here,
Food
let's do
supplier. What are you doing? Oh,
There we go.
hold on. Let me get it a little bit bigger.
Yeah, there you
Those
go.
with cell phones. Collapse imminent. Food suppliers admit they can't keep store shelves stocked amidst supply chain disruptions, worker shortages. Our lords and masters have squeezed every ounce of tyranny they can out of the COOF pandemic, and now they're exploiting it further to squeeze the remaining malcontents in our society, mostly white Midwestern conservative Trump supporters, into line by disrupting our livelihoods. Food suppliers are now warning anew that they are having a harder time keeping store shelves stocked amid supply chain and worker shortages that were created and exacerbated by the globalists in our government, who are making one big push to enact their liberty stealing counter revolution before Donald Trump manages to win the presidency again in 2024. Bloomberg News reported that the supply chain issues aren't going to go away anytime soon. Some of the largest U.S. food distributors are reporting difficulties in fulfilling orders as a lack of workers weigh in on the supply chain. Cisco Corp, North America's largest wholesale food distributor, why do I keep saying that? Distributor, is turning away customers in some areas where demand is exceeding capacity. The company also said prices for key goods such as chicken, pork, paper products for takeout packaging are climbing amid tight supplies. In particular, production has slowed for high demand, labor intensive cuts like bacon, ribs, wings, and tenders, Cisco said. There are certain areas across the country that are more challenged by the labor shortage, and our volume of orders is regularly exceeding our capacity, said Cisco Chief Executive Officer Kevin Hurricane in a client letter earlier this month. This has unfortunately led to service disruptions for some of our customers. According to an analysis by Deka Data, a firm that tracks transactions between manufacturers and shoppers, retailer demand is pushing up against the manufacturer's ability to get enough product out the door as they began stockpiling for the approaching holiday season. The data show that in July, the number of times that suppliers capped or limited customer orders was twice the number of times in January. Another large food distributor, United Natural Foods, Inc., is also having difficulty getting products to stores on time. The company is blaming labor shortages as well as delays in receiving some imported products like coconut water, cheese, spices, and other goods as the reason for the delays. We anticipate additional supplier challenges in the short term with gradual improvement through the fall and winter. A United Natural Foods representative told Bloomberg the company's top priority is to support customers by working diligently to recover and bring their shelves back to normal inventory levels as quickly as possible. There is also a shortage of workers due in no small part to the fact that the government is continuing to pay people to stay at home. Paying people to stay home, basically. Outsized unemployment benefits stemming from government COOF relief bills is the culprit, which was intentionally by majority Democrats who constantly try to find ways to hook more and more Americans on the government teat. Some distributors like Cisco
Whoa,
are
whoa, whoa, wait a minute.
what?
So just with that,
This, right?
the
Hey, Fetty.
government, hey Fetty, hey brother, how you doing? Good to see you. So just with that one paragraph,
Right. That sums up our issue for the most part.
our issue is everybody wants to suck on a titty,
Everybody wants
right?
nothing.
They
Money.
want to.
Money for no work.
Who the fuck does that shit?
Well,
Really? Who does it? Who does it? Who does it? And it being a. Oh, I got to put it right.
the
Who
problem,
does something like that and it's actually beneficial to the grand scheme of things? Who does that shit?
socialist.
And who does it benefit?
Socialist.
Does it benefit we the people?
No.
Does it destroy we the people?
It benefits the wealthy and elites because that means that you have a grasp on the population and can be manipulating and controlling them because you have the money in your hands. If the government has full control, they can tell us what we can and cannot do, and by saying, well, we're paying you, you're on our money, which technically it's not their money, it's our money. But by them doing that, it gives them all the power.
I also want to reiterate kind of on something you just said. It's not their money, it's our money. It's not their country, it's our country.
We're the one that pays the taxes.
We, the people, hold the power. It's how it was set up. Our forefathers saw this. All right. Okay. Sorry. That one thing, the teat. How many people, how many of you fuckers are sucking on somebody's titty? Really? Come on, guys. Just saying.
You good?
I ain't gonna say I'm good, but let's go.
You done ranting now?
So far.
All right.
There is, that's the same one. Some distributors like Cisco are working aggressively to hire both truck drivers and warehouse staff, offering referral and sign-on bonuses as well as additional money to retain current employees. That's also another issue. There's no reason why you should be making more money working at a minimum wage entry-level job than someone who is in a career that has a skill. There's no reason why there should be sign-on bonuses to there's nothing wrong. I'm not condemning anyone for this job. I'm just saying a burger flipper at McDonald's that's not a career. Those types of jobs were meant to pay high school students and part-time workers who was in instance going to college. Those aren't meant to have family or people in a family household that need to support kids. That's not what Burger King and McDonald's was meant for. So there's no reason why people working at McDonald's should be making more money than people who has a skill or a trade.
They make those workers out here make $20 an hour starting.
That's ridiculous.
Me and Taylor talked today. I am a skilled craftsman. As it stands today, I am building this millionaires wine cellar rooms doors. Okay. And I'm finding out that I make less than what a fucking Sonic whatever the fuck you want to call it, Sonic
Car hop.
Car Hop makes. I'm making less. Do you realize what is it to roll around in roller skates at the Car Hop? It ain't shit. You take somebody's order, you go fill it, and they're making $20 an hour. I am a skilled craftsman and making less. And I'll work. All of our business goes to millionaires. Every bit of it. Really? Where the fuck is this country going? You want a bunch of fucktards just cooking you freaking shit burgers all the fucking time? Or do you want people that can actually do some freaking shit? Sorry, that one's a little bit close to home, and yeah, I'm rather pissed about it, to be honest with you. I'm almost to the point of quitting my job and going and working for Sonic. Go figure that one out. God knows it would be less stress.
Work less hours, make more money, maybe.
Exactly. I work 10 hours a day, 4 days a week.
I'm on salary, so.
I'm glad he has not made me salary. Just being honest. So, I mean, guys, the proof is right before your eyes. That's what I'm saying. All right. Sorry. I butted in again, and I need to shut up.
Mute. The whole food sector is experiencing massive labor shortages, according to Benjamin Walker, Senior Vice President of Sales, Marketing, and Merchandising in Balder Specialty Foods, which is based in New York. Service levels are the lowest I've seen in my 16-year career, and it doesn't seem like it's going away anytime soon. He went on to tell Bloomberg finding truck drivers is next to impossible, he said, while noting the double whammy of freight costs, which he says are rising daily. This is going to get worse before it gets better, by the way, and there are a lot of experts who are saying so. As such, if you've got the means and the supply in your area, better stock up now on food and other necessities, which we will be getting to that later.
First saying later means shut up, hillbilly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Don't you give me that look, heifer. I like to talk.
I know you
I
do.
do. Yeah. Food shortages. Supply chain shortage.
Yes, look at this comment. We've been calling this for a long time, and we were called conspiracy theories. It's conspiracy theorist.
And how much of our shit has come true so far? How much?
I run a store for a living. I mean, I ordered, say, 200 items on one of my orders, and they cut 50 items off, saying production issues, manufacturer out of stock. For some of my delivery guys, they'll take an order, they'll come back a month later with my delivery, and they'll blame it on driver shortages because these beverages companies only have like 7 drivers at times.
Huh.
But then I also found out they're giving all the product to these bigger stores like Walmart over us smaller vendors or over smaller retailers.
I think the truck driver shortage is mostly fabricated, and they are putting the blame on that link in the supply chain when there's more to it than that. And I was talking to Hillbilly about it earlier, that there's so many regulations and so many things that these truckers have, these hoops they have to jump through because of regulations, and most of the regulations being government put on, that used to truck drivers could drive as long as they made it to their destination. It didn't matter how long you drive. They wasn't forcing you to stop, take breaks. But now that there's satellites and GPSs in all the trucks, and you have to do electronic logs because they want to make you have the truck parked more than driving.
I wish Daddy Taylor could be here. I really do.
Yeah, he's on vacation though. Maybe we can get him in a week or so. But just know that they're blaming the trucker shortage when that's very far-fetched from the actual truth.
That's just what I get told by the vendors.
Because of increase in fuel, because of the kink in the mandates. The mandates is a big one as well. A lot of people are quitting, depending upon what company that you're driving for, and also because of the price of fuel, the cost of all these other things. It's not that there's a shortage, but when there is the product isn't being put out to be delivered, there's less truckers delivering. So it's not necessarily that there's a shortage of the truckers. It's the loads are limited, which makes a limited amount of drivers.
And then you've got, well, we're going to get into that as well. I keep wanting to jump the gun. I do want to respond. To Scoop Dog on this comment. Remember when they said preppers were crazy doomsday idiots? Scoop Dog, honestly, as far as me and Taylor go, we are not doom and gloom. We are, look what's going on around you. Prepare accordingly. And if it means we have to somehow or another help each other, we're a big old family here. And if it means we have to somehow help another family member to start getting ready for what's inevitable, we have no problem with that. We really are not a doom and gloom channel. As a matter of fact, I'm doom and Taylor is sunshine. I mean, that's the truth. That's the truth. I'll look at things in a negative way all the time. Taylor always looks at things in light. So the biggest thing that I want anybody in the chat, anybody watching tonight, the biggest thing that I want you guys to take from this live stream is there's nobody coming to save you. Nobody. You can only do it for yourself. And there are very easy ways of doing it.
Go to the pantry. Go to local food pantry, get canned food items from there.
There you go.
They give you beans, you can get rice. Just stock up.
Stock up.
It doesn't even cost you anything.
Stock up. Where'd you go, Taylor? Did she think my rant was going to go a little bit longer? I think she did. But anyway, don't you do it, dude. Anyway, the biggest thing that nobody likes to eat beans and rice. Nobody likes it.
Hey, we're not there yet.
Oh, well, you disappeared.
I had to go to the bathroom.
Oh,
We're not there yet, though.
You could have told somebody. All right.
You were talking.
So here we go. Mama Tay Tay has it.
Disregard what he just said.
Disregard what I just said. The fuck? Oh my god. You suck.
No, I really don't.
No, you really don't. I know you don't.
True.
A mind of her own is here in spirit, guys. Just to let you guys know.
Never have.
Oh my god. For the family knows what that is. Anyway. Oh my goodness. Freight waves.
Freight waves. And this was put out on October 11th. How did we get here? Why supply chains are so wrecked. And this has some pretty good figures throughout. Do you want me to read it or do you want me to click the listen to article? It's up to y'all.
Listen to article.
Okay.
You have read enough.
How did we get here? Why supply chains are so wrecked? Transportation rate growth has gone parabolic as shipping demand continues to strain networks. What are the fundamental reasons for this and how long will these conditions persist? Chart of the week, Drewry World Container Index, Shanghai to Los Angeles, TAC Air Cargo Rate Index, Hong Kong to North America, Truckstop.com All in Van Rate per Mile, USA, Intermodal Spot Rate, USA Sonar, WCI Shaleax, Aras.NOAA, Stop from USA, Intrum USA. Transportation costs have skyrocketed across all modes over the past year and a half, leaving many who operate largely outside of the space baffled as to why the situation has not improved. To understand why supply chains are still broken, you need to understand what broke them. Looking across the four main modes of transportation spot rates for ship, air, truck, and train, their charts look like an echocardiogram of four people that got hit with a defibrillator after being in a coma. Obviously, the pandemic is at the root.
Wait a minute. Pause.
Was
How do I pause
really
it?
just an
Hold on.
accelerant.
I don't know how you pause.
Okay, I paused it. That was funny.
How do you think Hillbilly would react to being hit by a defibrillator?
That was funny.
And that was pretty damn funny.
Look at this. I'm going to read this one more time. Looking across the four main modes of transportation's spot rates for ship, air, truck, and train. Their charts look like an echocardiogram of four people that got hit with a defibrillator after being in a coma. That is the most perfect way.
Hey, but what do you expect from a freaking Biden administration? Really? Oh my god, that is epic. All right, I'm sorry, guys. I have a tendency to stop shit, and anyway, sorry.
Let's go.
Okay.
COVID-19 was really just an accelerant that was placed on a smoldering ember. In other words, supply chains were headed in this direction to some extent, regardless of the pandemic. Bracing for recession. Looking back into 2019, spot rates were basically flatlining as the freight market was experiencing a cycle of oversupply and stagnant demand. A robust 2017-18 thanks to an overstimulated economy spurred rapid investment and growth only to be followed by a hangover event, which led to the beginning of economic contraction. Many feared a recession was imminent. A sluggish industrial sector in which industrial production growth was negative for nearly a year indicated stagnant business and infrastructure investment, a sign that the economy was entering a phase of risk aversion and consolidation. Once the initial wave of the pandemic hit the U.S. in March, many companies prepared for the worst by canceling orders and furloughing employees, entering survival mode as they expected economic devastation. The government was able to quickly pass a stimulus package that spurred consumer demand to new heights. After a depressing April, consumers took the reins of the economic recovery by using the stimulus money and savings from not driving to work, buying new clothes, and dining out to remodel their houses and purchase electronics. This was a shift in a large portion of the population's lifestyle from a 9-to-5 commute to a remote work one, and the durable goods economy flourished. The onslaught of unexpected demand in late spring caught most shippers and transportation providers off guard as they were expecting the next depression. They quickly found their once overstocked inventories depleted and needed to order more goods all at once. Panic hoarding. What most people do not know is that it takes months to build inventory levels to where companies like Amazon can offer 2-day delivery on loofah sponges. With the pandemic interrupting production and shipping
Pause.
operations, shippers began to.
I got to reset. You see, I'm just stuck. I got to reset. But while that's being no, that's actually Sammy snoring. While I'm resetting my cam, because obviously I bought a piece of shit from China. Fucktards. Anyway,
Hi.
I do want to say this one thing. I want you guys to think about this.
Scoop said, "Is that a dog or a cat?"
That is my so sorry guys. That is my dog snoring. She is asleep because Mama Hillbilly is gone to pick up daughter Hillbilly. And she pouts and gets over there and goes to sleep while she's gone, and she's snoring. That is her snoring, and I have lost my whole track of thought right there.
China camera.
Yeah, that don't bring it up. I've got to reset my camera. Oh yeah, I got to reset my camera, but I had something else to say. But anyway, okay. Love y'all.
To order not just for replenishment but for the future to avoid missing revenue. Most consumer durable goods like electronics and furniture have origins overseas, largely Asia. Most of the population lives in the eastern half of the U.S. In order to get goods from China to New York City, it takes several weeks from the initial order date. So in order to prevent inventory shortfalls, shippers need to order months in advance. As production and subsequently transportation capacity became strained,
Going back to what she just said, it says most of the population lives in the eastern half of the U.S. In order to get goods. In order to get goods from China to New York City, it takes several weeks from the initial order date. So in order to prevent inventory shortfalls, shippers need to order months in advance. That is why it is so important to be America first, where we don't rely on those goods to come from Asia. We have the products to do it here, but the reason why they buy it from China is because it's cheap products made by cheap materials.
Cheap products made by cheap materials.
Made by slavery mostly.
Yeah. And the sad thing is those cheap products made by cheap materials is being done basically by slave labor.
Yep.
So while we're over here trying to get $15 to flip a burger, you have workers over there working 10 to 12 hours a day to make
5
pennies.
cents a day.
Yeah, pennies.
But yet, wait a minute. This is going to go on to another branch, but I just want to say this. Yet, we are the oppressors that need to be downtrodden. That's all I got to say.
You got anything deplorable?
Not really.
Hey, Ryzen, good to see you.
Oh shit, Roz, an ability in the house. Ain't seen you in a while, brother. JC Penney's is gone. JC Penney's is bankrupt. They're gone.
You ready?
On
Shippers learn to increase their order sizes. Port infrastructure does not increase in size overnight, and transportation providers were reducing capacity prior to the pandemic, meaning demand quickly outstripped supply on multiple levels. The violent swings in demand can be seen on the Ocean TEU's Volume Index, IOTI, that represents the container demand headed into the U.S., and the Outbound Tender Volume Index, OTVI, that measures truckload tenders from shippers requesting capacity. Both illustrate just how much transportation demand has grown over the past 2 years. Supply-side infrastructure growth is slow. The supply-side infrastructure is much slower to grow in response, limited by physical production and, ironically, supply chain constraints itself. An example of this would be Class 8 truck orders not being able to be completed due to limited availability of semiconductors and the subsequent transportation thereof. This expands upon the 6 to 9 months to complete in general. Expanding ports is a multi-year process, and the focus on technological improvement around them is years behind due to the fact that it has never really been an issue until now. So the big question is, how long will this cycle last? The reality is that demand-side easing will more than likely be the reason supply chains begin to unkink. Long-term improvements take years to implement and require decent investment. Look no further than road construction to see this in action. Any expansion project takes years from approval to completion. To put it another way, look to the place where it all started in consumer behavior for the first sign of relief. Shippers will follow suit, with industry not far behind. About the chart of the week. The FreightWaves chart of the week is a chart selection from Sonar that provides an interesting data point to describe the state of the freight markets. A chart is chosen from thousands of potential charts on Sonar to help participants visualize the freight market in real time. Each week, a market expert will post a chart, along with commentary, live on the front page. After that, the chart of the week will be archived on freightwaves.com for future reference. Sonar aggregates data from hundreds of sources, presenting the data in charts and maps and providing commentary on what freight market experts want to know about the industry in real time. The FreightWaves data science and product teams are releasing new data sets each week and enhancing the client experience. To request a Sonar demo, click here.
I want to call bullshit on some of that. I'm going to call bullshit. The reason this shit is happening is because our supposed government is making sure that it's happening. Did we have any issues with cargo ships unloading their cargo during the Trump administration? Honestly.
No.
Tyler?
Nope.
All of a sudden, Biden administration, pedophile administration, and now we've got issues with cargo ships anchored by what? How many would you say, Taylor?
There's probably 500 million containers on those ships that are anchored. A lot of that stuff was stuff coming to get ready for not only our grocery stores and stuff like that, but also there's a big thing going on with, if you don't buy all of your Christmas presents by the end of October, you may not be able to find those Christmas presents because they'll be floating out in the ocean. A lot of the Christmas decorations, a lot of those electronics, those anything that needs a chip, because supposedly there's a chip shortage for these electronics, is probably going to be floating out in the ocean when you're looking for it to go buy those Christmas presents.
Don't forget China's supposed energy shortages too.
Yes, yes.
Hey, Christina, good to see you. I hope you're feeling good. So I'm calling bullshit on part of that article. our shipping containers are being stopped. And here's my opinion. My opinion is it's a narrative. They're doing it on purpose. My opinion. I have no facts to back it up.
Well, I was told it's taken 60 to 90 days now to unload one cargo ship where it used to only take 17 days.
I've seen numerous places, numerous sites saying that those ports in Los Angeles have one forklift.
Go figure that out.
One forklift and employees limited.
So, I mean,
People can't see what's going on.
that is our job,
I know.
to make sure that they wake up.
Yes, Scoop, it's blatant now, so it's not by accident.
Yes. Here. It's blatant now. So it's not by accident. It is not.
And we've been
accident.
calling this for a while now. Before it was actually noticeable, we've been calling this.
Before it was slapping us in the face, we conservatives, supposed conspiracy theorists, kooks, crazies, whatever you want to call us, have been
Deplorables.
deplorables. Yes. We have been calling this all along. And for the past year, oh, wait a minute. No. 8 months, 9 months, 9 months, I think.
Hey, Kat, I'm glad you made it.
We have been right. Everything that we have been talking about has been coming true and slapping us in the face, and nobody is paying attention.
Get everything
Nobody.
Conspiracy theorists for, but yet it comes true.
Hey, Kat.
It's only a conspiracy theory if you haven't searched for the information. When a conspiracy theory becomes true to everyone,
Yes. Say it. Say it. Oh my God. People, pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. Because if you're not paying attention, then you're way far behind. All right, let's go to the next one.
okay, dokie.
I've got some too, I think. I'm not going to put that one in because I don't want to cut it down.
Glad we had that talk.
I'm glad we had that talk too, because I would have probably put it in anyway. Anyway, what do we do when? Oh, wait a minute. What do we do when beer and cigs run out? Hopefully, by that time, you don't need it and you're only concerned about food. That's my answer to that one. All right.
I will tell you this though, if they try and force that mystery juice, here's my weight on it.
The Kool-Aid?
I will not drink the Kool-Aid. And if they had this on the table, you can have beer for the rest of your life if you drink the Kool-Aid. I will give up my beer to not drink that Kool-Aid.
I will never drink that Kool-Aid. I will never drink that Kool-Aid.
This is supply chain issues leave public schools in Alabama without breakfast and lunch services.
All right, let's head to Alabama now, where public schools are feeling the impact of national supply chain issues for weeks. Several school districts have been unable to provide breakfast to students because of inconsistent food deliveries, resulting in supply shortages. But now some schools are being forced to stop serving lunch as well. News Nation's Jeff Sanders from our Birmingham station WIAT has more on the resulting impact on students.
Pause. So let's talk about this before we get into the next video. What will be the scariest thing is when we go on YouTube and nobody is available. What do we do then? See, Scoop Dog, what you don't understand is this room, this chat that you see right here of 14 people so far, and there are more. We don't live inside of YouTube. We have our own. We don't live inside of YouTube.
Actually, Scoop, we have a Discord. So if there's ways around the YouTubeness, and that if we get booted from YouTube for some foreseen reason, although we do have 2 strikes, we will still be able to gather, and I can get you that Discord link if you would like to join it. It's totally up to you.
We don't live inside of YouTube. We come to YouTube to try to honestly talk to the masses, because our little family that we've got, we already talk. This ain't for our family. This is to wake the sleep, the sleeping. This is to wake the sleeping up.
No. Here's a better way to say that. A lot of people say wake up or the sheep. The better way to say that is to provide information to the conditioned. Those people that's conditioned, a lot of them's been conditioned from their raisings, from their environments that have seen nothing else but that. A lot of these, like survival and rise and living in Washington, a lot of people that live in areas like that, that's all they see because that's all that's around. But like AC said the other night, when he came to Alabama, he started seeing his ways different because that's what all he's surrounded by. And that's when he decided to swallow that red pill. Because when he moved down to Alabama, he was exposed to things he's never seen.
It's all you get down here is riots and protests.
Yeah, I never see that.
You see freedom.
Yeah, I don't see any of the protests or anything.
I'm right by
down. The farther south you go, the more freedom you see. All right, let's go.
All right. I'm gonna back it up just a hair. Okay.
Nicole, getting a nutritious meal is a necessity for nearly 687,000 students in Alabama. According to the State Department of Education, every school district in the state has been affected by food supply shortages. That's forced schools to scramble to find alternative supply chains. The state was also granted a waiver to allow child nutrition directors to change up what normally might be served, even if not always in the most appetizing ways.
Place something with an item that was not as appealing. That happened to be one day that we had grilled cheese and turnip greens.
Imagine having to provide your students with some alternative to where all they had as an option was grilled cheese and turnip greens.
Not a very good option.
No, and most kids don't even like to eat greens. At least they had something to eat. At least they had something to eat.
Where?
But this is ridiculous. And I'm sure this is happening everywhere. I was just only able to see this from an Alabama reporting.
I don't hear about that out here, so
Well, let's hope it don't happen.
I hope it don't happen anywhere else.
You got anything else, or I'm gonna keep going?
You go ahead.
Okay.
But despite those challenges, state education leaders say the problem does seem to be improving with extra federal funding on hand to help cover supply cost. Reporting from Montgomery, Alabama, I'm Jeff Sanders. Back to you, Nicole.
All right.
Where did Billy go?
Probably to the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
Or get a beer.
Probably both. So yeah, the schools are having difficulties getting food out, and all of it stemming from the same issue with this kink in the supply chain. I went to Walmart last night. Well, Brooke actually sent me pictures from her Walmart. And when I got the pictures, I was in my Walmart, and I was there at the time where they was restocking the shelves. So some of the stuff was being filled up as I was in Walmart. But the biggest things I did notice was fruits and vegetables was very, very limited. If there was any there at all. All those little bins was completely empty. And the pricings of those things that were on short supply has gone up.
Yeah, we have
What was that?
that's the same thing here in the grocery stores.
It's ridiculous. Like, who knew that you was going to be paying for apples like $6 for a bag of apples that only comes with like 8 in there?
If you can get them.
And beer. Now, I'm excuse me, that was Mexican. I'm sorry. The beer for 15 case of Natty Light has been $6.99 for over a year. At least back I can remember, for over a year at Walmart. I went to Walmart last night, and for the same case of 15, it had increased by $2, and it was $8.99 in a week. And the shelves in the beer cooler was not full.
Well, look at the price of beef. I mean,
Oh yeah.
me and Hillbilly were talking about it earlier.
Yeah.
What, $1.50 for a tube of beef at Walmart at your store for 1 pound, and by me it's $4.
Yep.
So for the, what is it, 70? What is the ratio? Seven? Is it 73 or 75? Like the chuck, the one that's
70.
higher.
Oh, well, the beef that I was talking about was the lowest grade.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
For $1.50 a pound.
Yeah,
$1.50
$1.50 a pound.
at Walmart for 1 pound tube of ground chuck, which is the most unhealthiest.
The low grade.
The
yes.
price of that is the price that the 93 to 7%. Like, it's like the lower grade now is the cost that the higher grade used to be, and now the higher grade is about $3 to $4 more. So
Yes.
here's a good one. Sometimes you just gotta buy a whole cow. Who wants to go hunting?
Hey, exactly. Thomas Brandon. Wait a minute. That's a new name. Glad to see you here, Thomas. Exactly. Guys.
Wait.
Yes, ma'am. Y'all know who wears the boots. She's smacking that whip on my ass. What the fuck? I need to shut up. Who the hell did that? What the hell?
Why did that sound like a real whip?
It really did, didn't it?
This one is food industry.
Wait a minute. Are
What?
you sure about this one? You know we've got 2 strikes because of.
No, this is all talking about the supply.
Well, okay. All right, I trust you.
Nothing about the coof.
Let's go.
The past few months have for local chicken farmers, the past few months have been a wake-up call.
I think we're going to be losing money this year.
A surge in feed costs with grain prices at an 8-year high.
Last year, when I would get bag feed, 50-pound bag of like say hog feed was like $8.50. Now it's up over 10.
Farmer D in Glenwood, Iowa says high prices and low supply affect everyone in the poultry pecking order.
When cost goes up, then the price of the meat has to rise also.
And what starts here on the farm trickles down to local business baked after dark, where the pandemic and supply chain shortages have made things bittersweet.
Just this past weekend, we resorted to raising prices, which we have been trying to avoid, but it was just unavoidable at this point.
Eggs are especially expensive, and the bakery goes through 25 dozen each week.
We just haven't been making a profit the last couple months. So that's been hard, but I do it for them.
Owner Stacy Johnson works a second job to support the Benson Bakery. She hopes fears of closing shop for good are never founded.
It's a dream, so it's one that I'm not ready to give up on anytime soon.
There's also been a cost to bear for Omaha caterer Chris Hawkinson. He took chicken wings off his menu.
You can raise your prices to a certain point, but at a certain point, it becomes very difficult to get people to want to buy something if you have to raise almost double the price of what you charge for something.
And with those prices still on the rise,
I love my job, but I'm never going to be a rich chicken farmer.
Farmers and folks in the food industry know never to count their chickens before they hatch. Joey Safchik, KETV, Newswatch 7.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
Yard bird is the cheapest shit you can buy for me.
Yep.
It's doubling in price.
Here's a question for you. I know your winters are worse than mine.
Wait a minute, where is it at? All right. Do you get bad winters near you, Fort Chonkies? I do. Although here the past few years, it's not been so bad. But yeah, we get some pretty good snowfalls up here in the mountains of Western North Carolina.
Should try being out here in Minnesota area.
There you go.
I don't even remember the last time I seen snow. Actually, I would say it was 2017 was the last time I seen snow, and I was traveling.
So see, Scoop Dog, man, when you're saying Porchonkies, you're talking to our entire group, and we are from all over the United States. From California to North Carolina, from New York to Alabama. No, wait a minute. A little bit farther than Alabama. Florida. I think our most southern member of our family is from Florida, and she's a little bit lower than you, Taylor. So
Joanne, DC?
Yeah, Joanne.
But I think DC is below Joanne.
Is DC? DC, are you farther south than Joanne? Really? All right. So anyway, when you ask that of the Porchonkies, it would be best if you would just put individual names. I'm Hillbilly.
Oh, he didn't know we were in separate states.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah. We're all over the country, man. Porchonkies is everywhere. Everywhere. Well, I kind of wish, but no, we're not right next door.
He's funny. Look.
What do you say now? So you all, we do. Yes, we do. And we love to freaking sit out there on those porches and just talk. So, yeah, we're all over the country, and we just want to wake people up.
So about them chickens.
Yard bird being more expensive than what a steak used to be.
Yeah.
That's scary. That should tell people what you guys need to do. And for you guys that have been with us for a while, I'm going to start asking you what your preps for the week were. Taylor, what was your preps for the week?
Hold on, we ain't got there yet.
Oh, wait a minute. No. We got there.
No, we're not there yet.
Wait a minute.
No, we're still in the grocery stores.
Okay. I'm not going to forget.
I want to thump that eyelid. Deplorable's going to thump the other one.
Oh my God. That's
This
right,
is,
Kat.
I traveled through 3 states. It's a little short clip. Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee.
Look at these shelves, people. Let's play that again. Let's play that one more time. It was quick. It was easy. Let's play it one more time. People, pay attention to this.
And I think these were at Dollar General's and Walmart's.
I don't know. A lot of those did not really look like Dollar General shelves. I may be wrong. Maybe I don't know. It just didn't to me. But
hold up.
Yeah.
And in case y'all haven't heard, dog food and cat food is something, maybe I missed it, but dog food and cat food, keep that in mind, is going to be something to think about.
Maybe not in the way you want to think about it. Let's go.
I'm not eating it.
Play the video.
What? Okay. Y'all couldn't see that.
No. What?
Okay, I was sitting there watching and watching and watching. I looked over at my tablet and I see y'all.
And I'm the. Never mind.
Don't say it. I'll be thumping them eyelids. Okay. For the real content.
Here we go. You're right.
Woo, sorry.
Can
Margarita
y'all
was good.
tell we're having fun?
Margarita was good today.
Thank you, Aunt Roxy.
Yeah. Oops.
That was a short video.
Y'all heard that? Y'all heard that? She snorted.
Yes, technical issues.
Okay,
Now y'all look at these shelves. Y'all look at this. Look at those meat shelves. Hey, Roger.
Y'all got it that time. Something else I've noticed in these stores is the shelves will look full because they're not stocking from front to back. They're placing like 1 and 2 and sitting them side by side. So when you stand afar and look at the shelf may look fuller than it really is. But if you go behind those boxes, it's nothing but empty space. Instead of going from the back of the shelf to the front of the shelf, they just got a couple of items in the front of the shelf.
That's what make it look better because of the lack of being able to get product. Though I have to do that too.
For appearance?
Yep. Otherwise, otherwise it looks like we're going out of business.
Right.
Do you want to start with the photographs of personal grocery stores with this one?
We can.
Okay. I'm going to do this. If you'll give me a second, can you bullshit for a while?
Okay, guys, I'm gonna play a video. We're gonna have a little pause, like a 3-minute. Go pee, collect your thoughts, grab a drink, heat something up in the microwave, while he gets all this together. And this is a music video that just came out, and it's an awesome video. Will give you chills. And if you haven't seen it or heard it yet, go by and give him a like on his page. It's High Res and Jimmy Levy, and it's called This Is a War.
This is a war on religion. This is a war on the children. They give you the cure with the sickness. This is a war on tradition. This is a war on religion. This is a war on the children. They give you the cure with the sickness. This is a war. This is a war.
This is a war that we living through. Never reveal to you that they also leaving killing you. They don't tell you what the hell you agreeing to. She been hurting you, don't know who leading you. Keep on proceeding to follow. Your mind is so hollow. Are you being coddled by government swallowing up everything that the media tell you without a question or a problem? All of this sheep being slaughtered. They poison the water, removing the father. Ain't trusting these daughters. Ignoring blue collar, keep printing the dollar. Brainwashing your sons and your daughters. Ain't got any honor if I'm being honest. I just ain't picking this side, but I'm gonna ride for my freedom and die for my freedom and question the government lies. A lot on my mind, it's so little time. Gotta think all of us needing a sign. The devil he hides an ego and pride. They sell, they paying the price. God won't give you more than you can handle. Government should be dismantled. Every politician got a scandal. Prepare for the war. We going to battle.
This is a war on religion. This is a war on the children. They give you the cure with the sickness. This is a war on tradition. This is a war on religion. This is a war on the children. They give you the cure with the sickness. This is a war. This is a war.
I'd rather be red pill, get killed, than ignorant it, living and meet that still. Don't stand up for something, you falling for nothing. Don't wait till the world that we know fall ill. This is the revelation of our generation, losing civilization. I'm the Terminator, just to liberate us with our dedication. Fuck the Terminator, fuck your medication. The administration can alienate us or exterminate us. I'll just keep on praying for your salvation. You are outdated. Society becoming outrageous. Keep your house painted for the firstborn. The angel of death in its worst form. We being scorned, look out for their horns. Remember, this isn't their first war. They coming prepared, so just be aware. They do not want to hear none of your prayers. This is a war, they ain't playing fair. They feed up your fear, they wanting you scared. Death and despair, it's all in the air. Just be aware. You think I care? The more that you know, the more that it's clear. This is a war, it's already here.
This is a war on religion. This is a war on the children. They give you the cure with the sickness. This is a war on tradition. This is a war on religion. This is a war on the children. They give you the cure with the sickness. This is a war. This is a war. Home of the slave. Till the crickets make a sound. Where's the bold and the brave? We all have to stand our ground. Home of the slave. Till the crickets make a sound. Where's the bold and the brave? We all have to stand our ground. This is a war on religion. This is a war on the children. They give you the cure with the sickness. This is a war on tradition. This is a war on religion. This is a war on the children. They give you the cure with the sickness. This is a war. This is a war.
You guys tell me, how many of you did not just get a chill from that?
When tyranny becomes law, rebellion becomes duty. Thomas Jefferson.
That's right. That's right. All right. So back to what we were talking about when I was trying to get my shit back up. Well, let's take a look at this, guys. This is my local Walmart.
Can you blow it up a little bit?
I don't know. Let's see.
There's a plus at the bottom. Yeah.
Is there? Oh, I see it. Oh, shit. Nope, it ain't doing. How about control? Nope. Oh, shit. What did I do there? Yep, I can't. Sorry, guys. This is our local Walmart here in Western North Carolina. Go figure. You know what this is? This is the juice aisle. All the juice is gone. Okay. So let's look at something else. I think it's the second one. Oh, no, wrong one. Let me get the other one. Look at this. Again, the local Walmart. This was today. My wife took these pictures specifically for tonight's live.
Can't see anything.
Exactly.
No, it's not on the screen. Exactly.
See? Only. They get your back.
Oh, wow. Can't see anything.
Still can't see anything, right? Right? Guys, this is...
What was that supposed to be?
Oh, I don't remember what this one was. The other one was the juice aisle. I don't know what this one was.
Bakery aisle.
I don't know. I really don't. But you know, guys, if it's hitting here in the small town of Waynesville, Or what do you think's happening everywhere else? Really? Really? And are you going to wait for it to go completely empty? That's the question. Are you going to wait for everything to be completely empty? My wife.
Joe Biden has the solution.
Yeah.
Hold on. I got a little video. And then we can get into your thing you've been getting you undies in a tight about. You can finally let it go.
Joe Biden's going to run out of ice cream soon enough.
Well, he can go to Nancy Pelosi's fridge then.
Oh, that bitch.
You hear Zoe's. She don't like Nancy Pelosi either.
No, she don't. This is Biden announces 24/7 port initiative in big step to help supply chain. Okay, anyone who has any thought process knows this is only for optics, but if you were actually looking at the issue, this isn't going to solve anything.
And dozens of cargo ships sit in limbo off of America's coast, and the president today taking action. NewsAgent correspondent Nancy Liu is live at the port of Los Angeles. Nancy, a lot of those ships are there waiting, and the White House now involved. So can we maybe expect that this backlog will start to get better?
Well, Nicole, despite the new federal focus, it will take some time to clear the logjam here. This backup has been building for well over a year, but
wait a minute,
ramping up to
pause it a second. A log jam? It is beyond a log jam, people. We can, if we have to, we can bring the map up again. I don't have a problem doing that. But this is bullshit. It is not a log jam. It is a catastrophe. All right.
around the clock operations could help in getting more stuff off ships and onto shelves in time for the holidays.
This is the first key step toward moving our entire freight, transportation, and logistical supply chain nationwide to a 24/7 system.
The president unveiled his plan to untangle the supply chain mess during a virtual conference today with port officials, company executives, and labor leaders.
Specifically, Walmart is committing as much as a 50% increase in the use of off-peak hours over the next several weeks.
As talk of action happened today, dozens of cargo ships remained inactive offshore in Southern California. Today, nearly 60 are anchored and waiting. But under the plan, the Port of LA will nearly double the hours that cargo is offloaded. That will move an additional 3,500 containers overnight. The Port of Long Beach went 24/7 last month. There is also a coordinated focus beyond the ports to get more goods to consumers.
Solving this issue is going to require cooperation between the private sector, including rail and trucking, ports, and labor unions.
But restrictions and logistical hurdles remain, such as...
Better yet, back it up to sucky. Yep.
Between the private sector, including rail and
Back
trucking, ports,
back it up
and
a
between
little
the
more.
private. Solving this issue is going to require cooperation between the private sector, including rail and trucking, ports, and labor unions.
But restrictions and logistical hurdles
remain. It's going to require consolidated effort between the private sector. The private sector right now is dictated by the federal government. The government, in all honesty, is destroying the private sector. And when I'm saying private sector, I'm talking about your owner operators. They cannot afford what the government has placed on them. So therefore, they got to work for big companies.
Mm-hmm.
And
what did I tell you about my dad this morning?
Well, I really was trying to keep that out of it until we could get.
Oh, okay.
Till we could get Papa Taylor up here.
Okay.
I really was, but at the same time, guys, when you've got a federal government that is shutting down private entrepreneurs in the shipping corporation, and what that's called is owner operators. When they're shutting them down because they're the taxes on these guys is outrageous. They can make more money working for somebody else. But then you've got the federal government that's wanting to mandate this, mandate that, and mandate this again. What do you expect to happen? Do you expect everything to run smoothly? If you do, then motherfucker, you live in a fucking fantasy world. That's just all there is to it. Everything that I need to shut up right now. Go ahead.
So basically, Biden is trying to use optics by saying, we will work 24/7 at these ports to get these ships unloaded. Okay? Look at the dock. Look at the dock currently at all those containers just sitting there. Not
How
going.
many workers do you see out there? You don't. I don't see a fucking one. And why? They can make more money at home.
Mm-hmm.
Go figure that one out.
So yeah, they'll get them ships unloaded and all the containers put on this dock, but those containers won't be going out any faster than they were before. And then these ships will be turning around and going back to Asia to pick up another load to come back and sit in the water.
Well, here's my question. How many of those containers have goods in them that will go bad? That will go bad.
And I did play an article, a clip a couple of weeks ago that said a lot of these containers can't be unloaded because they need to be refrigerated. So by taking them off the ship and sitting on the dock, those goods that need to be refrigerated would go bad, while they could be on the ship being cold.
I will be back. I got to go say hey to Little Red Riding Hood.
Okay.
Maine, such as the severe shortage of truck drivers and warehouse workers. But restrictions and logistical hurdles remain, such as the severe shortage of truck drivers and warehouse workers. More containers can't be offloaded if there's no room on the docks or at rail yards.
It's still the same issues. It doesn't matter how many hours you throw at this problem, it is going to be the same song and dance, so to speak, with restrictions on empty returns and unavailability of chassis to move the containers off dock.
Now, supply chain issues have been fueling inflation. The consumer price index jumped to nearly 5.5% in September. That confirms what all of you out there have been noticing. Higher prices for everything from cars to appliances to diapers due to low supply. Nicole?
Yeah, Nancy, so many cargo ships there behind you. All right. Thank you for showing us that.
So I just want to begin today with something that I never do.
That's a lot of cargo ships.
Yes, it is. And there's a lot of people that don't even know that this issue is even happening. All the green ones are owned by Evergreen. Yeah, Evergreen's gotten popular here lately. A shortage of diapers.
Say the Christmas tree shortage.
That's insane.
I heard there's gonna be a shortage on baby food.
I mean, if something don't happen, we really gonna have a shortage of everything, which we know it's all by design. So that leads into the next segment. When he gets back, we're actually gonna go into ways we can avoid starving ourselves from this planned process. Toothpaste, soap, diapers, medicine. Yeah, medicine's going to be a big one as well. Rex said, seen on my local news the other day that there's also a shortage on liquor as well. That's not surprising, to be honest. Dedicated said there is a formula shortage now.
She would know.
Yeah.
She does all the big shopping for our son.
And that's sad. Like, we can do things to keep us as adults nutrition wise, but when you have a baby, you can't just give babies rice and beans.
Especially when you got a baby like mine that's on a feeding tube.
Yeah. And mine of her own's granddaughter is on a feeding tube as well. So that those types of things can actually be detrimental when we get into this crisis even more.
I'm very well aware of that.
And it honestly, it makes me worried for y'all.
No, we've been getting them started on pureed food more.
That's good. I seen a picture of him the other day. He looks like he's getting big.
Oh, God.
Well, bigger.
Oh, he's huge. He's a pain in the butt, but I love him.
A pain in the butt. He's your favorite pain in the butt.
It's a tie between him and my wife.
She just put something in the chat. Oh, he is almost 20 pounds now?
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry.
Your goods.
I had to get the fire going.
You got the fire going?
I got it going.
Okay, here. Do you have anything else about the stores or the crisis leading up to where we are now?
Don't ask that because I've got long ones. I got long ones and I didn't have time to get them shut.
Oh, I got you.
Down.
I got you.
I do.
Excuse me. Sorry, that was my quesadilla. I'm gonna go pull some things out of the cabinets as examples. Personal.
Well, okay, yeah, it'll be better for you to do that than it would be for me because I'm always doing it.
Okay, I'm gonna go grab some things, and you can just go ahead and start your spiel into ways we as patriots can prepare ourselves to avoid the intent that they're planning.
Okay, all right, hold on. Yeah, go ahead. You're good.
Okay.
So, deplorable. What do you see coming, brother? Honestly.
Lots of shortages. I'm looking at probably power failures.
Well, that's a whole new one that's absolutely come up. Power shortages. What are you going to do, people, when you don't have electricity to do everything you need to do. What are you going to do? Are you ready for it?
Nope.
I'm not neither.
I don't even have a generator.
I don't either.
I can't find one.
They're gone. Everywhere you look, if you go and look for a generator, you're not going to find one.
And I've been trying to get one since my son's been born, just because if the power goes out, I want to be able to have something to run his oxygen machine and stuff.
Oh, see, there's so much I want to freaking share. I'm going to share. Oh, freaking A. I'm going to share this one.
Then you have Anthony.
Oh, shut up, dude. I'm going to share this one only because I love this dude. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys love this dude. And, well, give me a second. I got to get it out. That's the thing I hate about StreamYard. So many clicks.
Hey, Glenn Beck.
Here is an airline pilot talking about why he's standing against the vaccine mandate.
I've been an airline pilot for 18 years, and now I'm facing an ultimatum. Not a choice, but an ultimatum. I'm being told in order to continue my career as an airline pilot, I must be vaccinated, which really means I have to choose between putting food on the table for my family and my freedom of choice. Whether you believe in vaccination is the right thing to do or not, this situation goes far beyond health. We, the American people, have fought for freedom for 257 years. We go around the world spreading ideas of freedom and democracy. We help other countries and people fight for their freedoms, while ours are being stripped away. You may think being forced to wear a mask or get a vaccination is insignificant, but when you begin to compile mandate after mandate and loss of freedom after freedom, it becomes very significant. As each thing is taken away, we face what is known as the shifting baseline syndrome. This syndrome changes our idea of a new and acceptable normal. Soon, we will not remember what it was like to have the freedoms we once did. Our children and our grandchildren will experience less freedom, and they won't have the privilege or the pleasure to enjoy the same choices our parents had or that we have. If we give into these mandates and we do not stand up for our freedom of choice, we dishonor every armed service person over the last 257 years. A disservice to the people who have fought and bled for the very freedoms we enjoy. Whether you believe in vaccination or not, I'm standing up for your freedom of choice. You may support the vaccine mandates because they fall in line with your current beliefs. But if we let this happen now, there will be a day when what you're told to do will not fall in line with your beliefs. Amen. If we do not stand together and fight back in one voice, soon we could be told where to live, what job we will do, what religion to believe, and how many children we can have. Do you really want someone telling your children or your grandchildren what, when, and how they will live every minute of their lives? It's time we take a stance. It's time we fight for our freedom of choice while we still can.
He's right.
Oh, wait a minute. Where's it at? Sorry. Think about that, guys. Think about that. So back online with what we were talking about, let's look at this. Oh shit, wrong button. Let's look at this. If none of you know who the Patriot Nurse is?
I love her.
I suggest you
I'm trying to
search for her on YouTube and subscribe. She's phenomenal. Phenomenal. So, that being said,
Hey folks, it's Patriot Nurse. I'm actually here at the local Dollar Tree. It's been this way for 2 weeks. Like with no change. Look at the food. Thankfully, we've got lots of toilet paper just in case. But the housewares was what kind of struck me. Housewares and glassware. I want to see what else is out. But it's been this way at this particular one for 2 weeks, and I know that there have been outages and shortages at other places too, for various different reasons. We talked about this, about the impact of free money and of shutting everything down at the same time. You get a nasty confluence of things, which leads to a lot of economic issues, including but not limited to inflation and stagflation, which is where things cost more, but nothing is really being produced in order to keep up with consumer demand. So interesting things. Let's see what else is going on here.
thank you, Angry Conservative.
Issues with shortages and cheap clothes, basically. Just not a lot. Socks, things like that. Some shortages with baby items and stuff associated with, again, cheap freight being moved back and forth over the seas. More shortages in general housewares, I guess you would call it. Good to know that they got the stick-ups. That's good. But the cleaning supplies are normally like the really good deals, and they're not here. So, like I said, it's been this way for 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks and no improvement in this. And it's not just this one. It's several that I'm seeing. Shortages, I guess, associated with lack of freight moving back and forth because a lot of the stuff comes from China. And if it's not getting moved over the seas because of shortage of shipping containers, because of logistics coordination, it's going to show up on this side of things. This is particularly astounding to me, the candles.
Thank you, Angry.
Yep. And then the frames, there's like no frames to speak of. This is unreal to me. Even throughout the whole pandemic, I haven't seen it this bad. Again, I say this is not like a short blip on the radar. And it's not just isolated to here. So basically the long and short of our little trip is that supply line issues are having real and concrete manifestations here in America, at least in the part of the country where I'm at. And the thing is, friends, right, prices are going up in various different things. I think the projected inflation for this year is going to be somewhere around 5.46%. Last figures I saw, and then like perhaps another 4% in 2022, which when you consider the overall average, that really kind of lines up, because if you pay for 2%, we haven't been 2% for several years going. So the average overall kind of comes together. But when you're on the higher end of the average, it kind of stings. And so I anticipate that this is not going to get any better probably leading into the winter. And there are many issues behind this. Obviously, there are issues with supply line, and this is actually affecting the seafood industry, and in particular crab. I don't eat crab, but some people do. And I was speaking to a man at the seafood counter the other day, and he verified this, that basically all this blue crab is just sitting in these ships that basically can't get unloaded on docks for various different reasons. And so, yeah, that's just one part of it. But when you look at what's happening overall, the mainstream media is not talking about this. They're talking about a record number of Americans quit their jobs this past year. But they fail to say that many people who are quitting their job are not doing so because they just want to retire. They're doing so because they're being confronted with mandates and various different things that are affecting their health, that are definitely in conflict
Pause it.
with beliefs, and people are walking for various different.
She just brought up a point about the jobs, people quitting their jobs. He blatantly admitted as a proud moment that these companies are letting people go for not doing something.
Yeah.
He's proud of it.
Yeah.
So that right there says how much he cares about the economy compared to something else.
Right. Deplorable. What do you think?
It's all planned.
Every bit of it, man. Every bit of it's planned out. Planned out to a T. And it was planned out.
There's simulations that of a scenario like this that ran back in what, 2015?
Yeah. Well, we act where we are now. Where we are now is where we were supposed to be in 2017. But that didn't. Yeah. But their plan got basically paused.
Because of Trump.
Yes.
Just like that saying he said, they're not after me, they're after you. I'm just in the way.
Mm-hmm. And that's the truth.
Yeah. Guys. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just close this here. Guys, check out Patriot Nurse. She's awesome.
Yeah, AC dropped her link in the chat, I think,
She
earlier.
did. Or he did. Yeah, he did. Check her out. She's awesome. I'm gonna close it there because honestly, it's everything you guys are hearing from us. Every
Yeah.
bit of it.
I went and got some of my stuff. I didn't
I'm
get
gonna
it.
be honest with you right now. If you are not preparing now,
It's going to be too late to prepare.
yes,
When it gets to that point that you need to start breaking some of this materials out, it's going to be already too late, which is why we're having these issues in the stores.
What we got there, Taylor?
The white rice.
Look at there. Taylor has, that looks like a full pound.
Yes.
Taylor has a half a day's worth of rice. If that was all she was eating.
And then these are just two of the types of beans. Wait. This is black-eyed peas and baby llamas for 1 pound. I also got I got a couple of these.
I'm gonna knock you on that one. I'm gonna knock you on that one.
I do eat them, so it's not like, hey, late nights. Sometimes I be eating ramen noodles. I'm with my hot dogs.
I'm gonna knock you on it because, in all honesty, it's not a good nutritional value.
It's not. It's not, but it is substance.
It is substance. It is substance.
Yeah, I'm sure if you can get a beer, you're still going to drink a beer.
Well, chances are it's going to be hard to get beers here soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
I got some of that.
That's why I'm drinking them up while I can. Spam, guys. If you did not eat Spam growing up,
they even have it. They have it now where you can get it in barbecue sauce. This one is turkey, so it's not as loaded with, just regular Spam is like basically eating a hot dog meat because it's really not the greatest of meats, but it is so many ways you can eat it. Like you can make Spam burgers. You can make those are bad for you. You talk about the ramen noodles,
but it is substance. It will get you through.
And then I got the tuna. I got a lot of the tunas. And then this is random stacks. The top one is pulled pork. The middle one is chicken breast, and the bottom one's roast beef. I also have some turkeys. That way, can get protein from the meats. Oh, well, we can't forget the Vienna sausages.
Wait a minute. I have got to agree with him here. Anybody know what hardtack is?
No.
Hardtack is the word that I can never say. Can anybody else say it? Pemmican? I can't say that, but it's called hardtack. Honestly, it's called.
Well, what is it?
It is a very calorie enriched survival food. The guys, or the guys, gals, Western times, they eat it a lot going across the desert. It's hardtack.
Salted meat?
No, it's not meat. But is hot. It is really high in calories. It's like today's 2,500 bar. Taylor, you've heard of the 2,500 bar, right? 2,500 calorie bar, survival bar.
No, but it sounds like something in an MRE.
Some of those MREs are pretty good. But yeah, it's hardtack, and you can make it. You can make it. Somebody's. I'm hearing my voice, and I don't like hearing my voice. Benny Winnie's.
And Vienna sauces.
Yep.
Nuts.
Your biggest source of protein is going to come from nuts.
I got some soups. Wait, soups. Also, ravioli. Well, Chef Boyardee's. Also got the peanut butter for proteins. And then I got a bunch of canned vegetables because you do need to have your veggies.
Yep.
So that's some stuff. Because I've had Warrior Z ask me, like, what stuff do I have? And I showed her some of these things that I just did. And she was like, oh, I would have never thought about that. So she's been getting those Vienna sausages and stuff like that.
One of the things that everybody needs to keep in mind, and I just had to reiterate this to somebody else in the family. I'm not going to say who. You need to survive. You need 2 pounds of food per person per day. 2 pounds per person per day to live. So, if you are not stacking up on your calories,
and you can go to a local food pantry and get free food if you can't afford it. They had tons of canned food.
And most of these cans, like the soup, the vegetables, is like $1. You can get these for like what, 59 cents?
less than that up here.
This less than $1. These.
Love you, angry conservative.
Yes. Yes. These $2. I mean, it's really not that expensive. but it would be expensive if you have to go and do large buggy fulls if you want to do it all in one time.
Brooke,
2023.
and see, that's the thing though, Brooke. We have been conditioned to think that expiration date means you can't eat it.
Expiration date's just a way for the company to make more money.
Yes. Thank you, Deplorable.
That's why I tried to tell my brother not to throw away the beans he threw away.
It's mostly like a sell by instead of
Sell by. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Sell by.
I don't know. I've opened a soda that was 2 years expired and it tastes just fine.
Well, you can go on YouTube and you can search for World War II canned goods.
Yep.
And they're like, it's just like it was just canned.
Look at some of the old MRE videos they have on opening up.
I don't know about the MREs now. I don't trust those. Nope.
I seen the guy put them in a bowl and try eating every single thing out of it.
I don't know about the MREs.
Eat the chiclets. Eat the chiclets behind it.
No. What the hell? Don't eat it, period, guys. Do not get MREs. Do not get MREs. It will constipate you for days.
No, not if you eat the chiclets.
Oh my God, really?
That's why they're in there. It's not just gum. I didn't need the chiclets though. It was
She's
sprints.
all about the corn kernel.
Sprinting to the porta john
with the corn kernel.
Just one.
Just one. Anyway, no. On a serious note, guys, and I'm pretty sure that on this note we're gonna call it.
No.
No. Okay.
No.
We're gonna let Taylor take control.
My mother is a diabetic. I think a mind of her own is a diabetic. Also, I think Warrior Z's mom's a diabetic. I think. I'm not sure. Okay, well, this is for anyone that is a diabetic because a lot of people have issues when, hey, Aunt Rocky, a lot of people have issues whenever you're muted.
Shit. Hey, Roxy, I love Roxy.
So by being a diabetic, when you're prepping and you're having these high carb things like the beans and the rice and anything pasta types like that, and a lot of people on these diabetic meal plans have to have a very minimal amount of carbs. My mom is on a 20 carb a day limit. Anything over that, because she's got it to where now she doesn't have to take insulin or take medication. So if we were to be in a
shit hits the fan.
Yeah. And I'm going to get into that too, Thomas. I have a small clip for the diabetic, and then I have a small clip for canning that could also be beneficial to everyone, plus the diabetic.
Well, me and my wife this weekend are going to attempt pressure canning meat soups.
Are you going to record it?
We plan on it, but whether we upload it's a whole different story.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, this is our first time trying to can a meat substance. The only way that you can a meat substance is through pressure canning.
Yes, and that's the video I have of pressure, how to pressure can.
Oh, okay. But yeah, Thomas, dude, we're going to get on that, and we're going to start with more of what you can do to make sure that you are safe where you're at.
Apparently, you can't do it with an Instapot either.
I've heard that.
Instapots.
I have.
I did see a couple videos on people doing it in Instapots when I was looking for this clip on the canning.
Don't diss my hit Instapot, hillbilly. That thing's usually good food.
And the whole
Oh.
Diabetes. More than 1 in 10 West Virginia adults had diabetes, 15%, which ranked West Virginia in the second highest nationally. Better options for preppers with diabetes. Sweet potato noodles, broccoli rice, cauliflower rice, carrot noodles, beet noodles, and zucchini noodles.
What about rice noodles?
What's that?
What about rice noodles?
Rice noodles. That I'm not sure.
Where the fuck do you get all these noodles?
They're at Walmart.
So I get them at the local grocery store.
They actually come in steamable bags now.
I've never heard of cauliflower rice though, or broccoli.
Cauliflower rice is actually really good. I have some in my freezer, and they also have cauliflower mashed potatoes because potatoes is a starch that's high in carbs as well. And cauliflower rice, it's more like a you can tell it's not rice, but it's a good substitute.
I don't know. Somebody's got to tell my wife about it.
I get it.
She's watching. She's watching. Yeah.
Yeah,
she's
the
in here.
cauliflower rice is actually really good. I've cooked like Salisbury steak, like made a hamburger steak and then put gravy on top, which gravy, I shouldn't have used the gravy, but I used the cauliflower rice as a bed under the meat, and stuff like that was pretty good.
I'm flabbergasted.
Miracle noodle. It's a plant-based noodle, keto and paleo-friendly, fettuccine style. No refrigeration required. 0 calories per serving.
All noodles plant-based.
I've never seen this miracle noodle though.
Good night, Scoop Dog.
Night. I'm glad you came.
Yes, glad you came, buddy.
Yeah. Zoodles. Zucchini noodles can be dehydrated for stews and soups.
I don't like zucchini anyway.
Well, good thing you're not a diabetic.
Oh my! This no, seriously though, this is blowing my mind. This really is.
That you're using vegetables in a substitute for a rice.
Yeah.
I don't like zucchini noodles. I tried those.
I actually made a spaghetti with zucchini noodles before.
I gotta go check on the fire, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay. Fresh from the garden, real food options.
It looks good.
Yeah, it really does. It looks like got meatballs with tomatoes, mushrooms. That looks like zucchini noodles. That looks like fish on top of something. I don't know about this one at the bottom, but the one with the little apple slices looks good. What's that say? 1 teaspoon of sugar equals 4 grams. There goes something else. The government told us, they made this pyramid and told us we were supposed to eat this much. Looks like they were doing it on purpose. They wanted us to be big and fat and form all of these health issues.
That's what the pyramid.
What's that?
I say that's what the pyramid looked like when I was in first grade.
Yeah. I remember learning about it.
Yeah, me too.
The USDA should have the pyramid upside down. I want to go back to it for a second. Look at all the healthy stuff is over in here.
Yep.
And then the biggest portions of the unhealthiest.
Well, fruit's not even healthy for you. They say it's like eating candy.
Yeah.
All the sugar in it.
It does have a lot of sugar. And even bananas. My mom can't have bananas because of the amount of carbs that's in a banana. Gardening real food and dehydrating and canning is probably going to be the key for most diabetics to get through the SHTF. Canning, freeze, dry, and dehydrating real food for those who medically need to have the right preps or those looking to eat healthy.
If y'all hear Miss Little Miss Red Riding Hood, whatever the hell her name is. If y'all hear her, she's just loud.
Yes, she is.
She is. She's really loud. They're out there having a little bonfire, and
That's awesome.
anyway,
I got one more to share, and then we can start our porch talk if you're ready. And this one is on the canning, and this canning process can help those that need to do those cannings for not just for the diabetics, but
before you even get started into this one, let me explain something to everybody. There are two different canning processes. Okay. You've got your old school canning, a pot, hot water, you do it. Or you've got a pressure canner, and it's completely different. I don't even know how to explain the differences between the two. The biggest thing that I do know is with a pressure canner, you can meats. With a regular canner, you can, or a pot. Yes, kept away from light and kept in a root cellar typically, absolutely. With a pressure canner, you can pressure can meats, and you've got your proteins right there. You just can't do that with a regular big old pot and water. You can't do it. So, yeah, canning meat using a pressure canner. Here we go.
So here, our 2 jars of beef are ready to go in the canners. I wanted to mention first that if you were canning venison or any kind of wild game type meat, what helps tame the gamey flavor of that type of meat is to soak your meat in a salt brine solution for an hour, or you could also can those products in tomato juice, and that will help tame that gamey flavor. So for canning meat, we have to use a pressure canner. And I have 2 types of pressure canners here. I'm only going to actually use one of them. This is a dial gauge canner. And the one that I'm going to use is called a weighted gauge canner. So in pressure canning, we only need to have,
we have
2 to 3
a weighted
inches
gauge
of water in
canner.
the bottom of the canner. So you can use a ruler to measure that, to make sure you're at that level. Always refer to your manufacturer's instructions to make sure you have the proper amount of water. The other thing that is a good idea to add is about 1/4 cup of vinegar, and this will help keep your jars clean, prevent any hard water deposits from making a film on the outside of your jars, and it cleans up your canner. So now we're ready to put the jars in. And then we want to leave a little bit of space. Even I've only got 2 jars in here, but if we had a full canner load, we would want to leave a little bit of space between the jars so that the steam gets completely around all of the jars. All right, our jars are in the canner and we're ready to put the lid on. And the lid only goes on one way on these canners. So there's an arrow on the lid and an arrow on the handle, and you match those up, and then you twist the lid on. So our lid is on the canner, and at this point we have to wait for the pressure and the heat to start building. And this stem here is called the vent, and we have to watch for steam, a full blast of steam, to start coming out of the canner. And then we will time that steam for 10 minutes. This helps push the air out of the canner, gets it good and hot, builds the steam up inside the canner, and that way your pressure will build up properly. If you skip this step, your canner's not going to get up to the pressure that it should, and you'll be under processing your products. This type of canner over here is a dial gauge canner. And again, we have to wait for the steam to come out of the vent, and we will time that for 10 minutes.
So guys, what are the two main things that we need to prep? Two main things that we've learned tonight. What are the two main things we need to prep?
It's a quiz. Are you asking us or the chat?
Well, any of you guys. Any of you. Brooke, do you know one of them?
Proteins.
Water.
Two main machines.
Oh.
To
See,
prep.
why didn't you say that? What two machines did we learn? Well, I'm over here staring at my Vienna sausage like protein.
Pressure canner.
Pressure canner and a
pressure
vacuum
canner.
sealer.
Now, granted, a pressure canner is a little bit pricey. It really is.
I'll pick Instapot.
I have read ways of using the Instapot. We've got an Instapot, but I could never get a good enough. And I'm weary of food. If food ain't prepared properly, it can kill you.
Oh, I know.
So me personally, I bought a pressure canner. Yes, ma'am. That's right, Brooke. Thank you. Vacuum sealer. Absolutely dedicated. Dehydrator. A dehydrator is phenomenal. Phenomenal.
So there was three.
Yes, three. Dehydrator, vacuum sealer, pressure canner. We can't all afford all of them. Okay. A dehydrator. What can you do with a dehydrator? Well, first off, you can go to the grocery store. You can buy these bags of corn. You can buy these bags of carrots, frozen bags of all of these vegetables, and you can dehydrate them. And then when time comes, after you've stored them in like mason jars and so forth, when time comes, pour them into your soup, and boom, you've got like one of the most nutrient filled soups you can ever have.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I honestly want you guys to know that if you are not prepping now, you are way behind, because shit's going to get real very soon. And again, got to give props and thumbs up to Deplorable. Deplorable. If you're not subscribed to Deplorable Patriots channel, please. Hey, Angry Conservative, can you plug that in for us again, brother? If you're not subscribed to the Deplorable Patriot, subscribe.
All my links are also on deplorablepatriot.net.
Deplorablepatriot.net. Guys, ain't Roxy, if you ain't prepared, then you're behind. And I can say that because I like Ain't Roxy. She ain't gonna beat my ass. She ain't gonna beat my ass. Anyway, she loves me too. Anyway, guys, really, really look around. Look around at what the fuck is going on with our country. Look around what's going on in our world. If you are not prepared, Boats and Garden Tools, did you change your name again, dude?
He done been changed his name a long time ago. Like,
Did he really? Okay.
Yeah, that was over 2 weeks ago.
Okay. Love you, brother. Love you, brother. Guys, seriously.
If you did miss the beginning, or if you just popped in late, go back and watch the beginning. This actually was a very informative live, and
Sorta.
it wasn't like drop what you're doing and this
No.
isn't needed live, but
Right.
there was a lot of things to take from it, and I think that with everyone that's in our community, we are all aware, but how prepared are we? Hey, Mustang.
Hey, Mustang's coming in on the ass end. He does that a lot.
Hope everybody can prepare now.
Exactly. Exactly. Say that again, Deplorable.
I hope everybody's already getting prepared now.
Yes.
Too late.
I mean, there's people out there that is stocking up that you would be surprised that's stocking up. People that don't always, I'm trying to be light here. People that would surprise you.
Be blunt. Be blunt.
Well, look at my wife. She's going out buying 50-pound bags of white rice.
Exactly. Exactly, guys. What was that?
There was a bug on my screen, so I blew it off.
What the fuck? Oh, we are really good, guys.
Let's go have a porch talk.
Hold on. I still got. I gotta break some balls. I really gotta break some balls.
Why? Is this
topic? On topic. Don't you? It is on topic.
Okay, as long as it's on topic.
All right, so I'm going to break some balls now.
Oh boy.
I don't have any.
Most of you that are in the chat have been watching us for a while. How long have I been telling you, get your shit together? How many of y'all are doing it?
You've been saying it since you started streaming.
Yes, thank you. How many of y'all are doing it? Guys, the time is now. If you go beyond this time, getting some preparations, food-wise at least, not even to mention medical and everything else. If you are not doing it now, you are too late. Get started. Get you some food preps going.
Even if you got to go to the local food pantry.
It doesn't matter where the food's coming from at this point in time.
You don't even have to focus on like great value. It don't have to be Campbell's.
Get your food stores built up now. Not next week, not the week after. I'm telling you guys. Who the hell messaged me?
Well, my wife has shelves in the basement with food on it. She keeps it in the basement because it's cool down there.
Exactly. It's like a root cellar.
Brooks sent us evidence. Yeah, if you have mine or Hillbilly's phone number, send us what you've been stocking up on.
What do you? Whoa! What have you been? What is your preps for the week, Tay?
My preps for the week.
What's your prep for the week?
I went to Walmart last night. What did I get?
I'm listening.
There was hardly any rice, to be honest. I didn't get no rice. I did get.
Rice is getting scarce.
To be honest, I bought one of each of these, and I probably have at least 6 to 8 of each of these currently, and a lot of tuntas. And so I got those these last night. I got some pineapples. I bought canned pineapples for some fruit. I got ABCs and 1, 2, 3s, and
I'm sorry. That's what I eat for lunch. This is one of the only things that Bridget can get me to eat for
ABCs and 1, 2, 3s.
ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. Yeah.
My wife
Bridget
stuff. She goes out and buys a little bit of extra canned food, stuff like that, just to add to our stockpile.
Absolutely.
It don't cost It only costs a couple extra bucks just to add a couple extra items on each time.
Exactly. Guys, you don't have to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars doing this. Rice is what?
Those a lot of people can't afford those, like the My Patriot care kits.
Yes.
A lot of people can't. It's a lot easier, like Deplorable just said. When you go into Walmart, grab a can of vegetables, grab a bag of beans. It's less than $2. But if you go and buy one of those like month-long kits from one of those sites, you're going to fork over hundreds of dollars.
Yep.
That a lot of people can't afford that, to be honest, because it is a chunk coming out at one given time. But if you go and pick up one can of this and one bag of that,
and again,
you'll grow it.
And again, do you really know what's in these things? I don't know what's in these Mountain House or whatever prepper freaking food, whatever. I don't know. But what I do know is that when I come home with 10 pounds of rice or 5 pounds of pinto beans, I know those are freaking raw rice and beans, and I can vacuum seal it, throw it up, and it's good for at least 5 years. So if you're not prepping for you and your family, then you're behind. And if you are not ahead of the game and you are behind, you are a liability. I'm just saying. Because you'll end up being one of these people that will do anything and everything to get food. People without food can be controlled. If you've got no food, you can be controlled. You say you can't, but by God, if you're starving and you ain't got nothing coming the next meal, yeah, you can be controlled. Go ahead.
Say learn how to hunt and learn how to do indoor gardening.
Yeah, learn how to hunt, field dress, indoor gardening, granted, if we've got electricity. Guys.
Yes. Scoop just made a good point.
Oh. Well, I didn't want to go that far, but
we're not going to get into what happened last time we tried to do this this type of live. But yes, if you're not one that is prepared for what is to come, there will be those people out there that will do anything to get food.
Yes. So with that being said, guys, prep. Get your foods. Get your foods. Plain and simple. 2 pounds per person per day. Get your foods.
Don't forget about water.
Oh, see, that's a whole nother topic.
Well, like we're putting water in gallon jugs and storing it.
Water, definitely. But that's a whole nother topic. Because there's ways having, that's a whole nother topic.
Oh, I get you. I got you. Well, I know what you're going at.
Guys, prep now. And even if we are wrong, you're still good with something bad happens and you need it. I'm just saying. I mean, I honestly wanted to say something else today, but I really thought that it was not a good idea. If you are not prepared, I saw that.
What?
I saw that. If you are not prepared and something does happen, then, and if you're not a member of a family like what we've got here, you're fucked. You're absolutely fucked. So guys, get your shit straight. You see what the fuck is going on. I see it, and I'm some dumb fucking hillbilly. I see what is going on.
I see it every day out in the cities.
Yes. I'm a fucking dumb hillbilly. Some redneck dumb fucking racist. Remember, guys? If you are not prepped, then you're doomed before you even start.
Look at Cheek's comment.
Oh, Cheek Buster. Cheek Buster, my brother. I love to see you here, brother. Rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Guys, get your shit straight. Get your fucking shit straight. I love y'all all. Deplorable.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming, brother.
Absolutely. You know I love you.
You gonna come up for the porch talk?
Probably after a bit.
All right.
Everybody, I already. Excuse me.
I love you too. Heifer. You see how she cut me off like that? Heifer.
I was just going to say we've already set up the porch talk. So as soon as this is over, we're going to go straight over there and get that started.
So, with the one last phrase of the night, get your shit straight. Love all y'all.